Hello everyone. Have you heard of the Tartarian Empire? The Tartarian Empire, or the Grand Tartary, was as beautiful and advanced a civilization as it was controversial. Therefore, it's often treated like a conspiracy, and no one ever studied it in school or college. But according to Google, it existed from the 13th to the 19th century, spanning most of the Asian continent. The world fairs of yesteryear were nothing short of a wonder. Like these walking sidewalks for public use, that move on their own. Why have they become so exclusive these days? Seen only in airports or subways. Looking at these structures and buildings, it doesn't seem like people in the past were primitive. On the contrary, we seem primitive. And what are all these devices? Some time-traveling or teleportation machine. There isn't much evidence of the Tartarian civilization. But what we do have suggests that this civilization was quite advanced not only technologically but also metaphysically and spiritually. If you look at the designs of ancient buildings, most of them were dome-shaped structures that rose from the top. If conspiracies are to be believed, these aren't just designs. Rather, these were functional mechanisms used to harness and utilize free energy from the sky. Whether in St. Louis, Chicago, or Paris, the Palace of Electricity glowed with colorful lights from day to night. The idea of free energy is not difficult to believe. Nikola Tesla also harnessed free energy. Earlier buildings and structures were not built simply for design, as is the case today. Rather, every part had a function. These building tops were used as energy stations. The energy collected was used to power appliances, vehicles, and light shows around the world. Free energy for unlimited use at no cost. Not only this, if we pay attention to the architecture, sculptures, and building designs, they don't seem to have been created with primitive tools like hammers and chisels. And there are no records of the actual technology used. No information on detailed designs, laws of physics used, or engineering models applied is available. The precision, elegance, and detailing make them seem far more advanced than today's architecture. And if we claim to be more advanced today, why did all this stop being made? Who suddenly told us to become minimalists? Because we didn't decide this on our own. It seems like someone else made this decision for us. If conspiracies are to be believed, it seems that even the Eiffel Tower was originally built to harness energy, not for mere decoration. Free energy, advanced technology, everything is largely fabricated. And this information is currently available. Imagine all that has been kept hidden from us. We have heard and read about mythologies that are thousands and millions of years old. Those mythologies may have been with us not for millions of years, but for millions of years, up to the recent past, at least less than 100 years ago. Because all this grandeur seems to have been created by some mythical being. The beauty that the people of those times must have felt is impossible to capture in photographs. Now, because so much has been hidden from us, it seems as if all of history, geography, science, and math had fallacies. Is our entire education based solely on lies? Is our time deliberately wasted to keep us away from the truth? But why is this? Why are we deliberately forced to live in survival mode? Everything changed suddenly in the mid-19th century, especially during World War II. Are world wars really the way we were shown? Are right and wrong as black and white as we're made to believe, or is there a lot of gray area? Were the world wars really fought for power, or were they fought to destroy a sophisticated empire? Suddenly, everything has changed, forcing everyone to live in a capitalist society where all resources have been monetized. How did an empire that was technologically and spiritually far ahead of our imagination suddenly collapse? These buildings are evidence of that era. These buildings themselves are proof of the technology, grandeur, and riches of that time. Seeing such beauty and elegance, it seems people are living and enjoying life, not just surviving. If you look closely, it seems like a fairy tale world. as if we have become part of some mystical world, like the wizarding world of Harry Potter, or a fantasy land like the Lord of the Rings. The more pages you turn, the more curiosity and mystery will grow about the Tartarian Empire. If we only talk about the world fairs and expositions, there's plenty to learn about the futuristic technology of the time. This is former U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt with Nikola Tesla. At the World Fair exhibition, countries and people from around the world would come to showcase their skills and talents. Or rather, it was all staged in the old world. Because if world fairs have been around for so long, why is the evidence only from recent times? Obviously, these technologies didn't develop overnight, but must have been around for a very long time. So, where is all that old evidence? And why are there videos and photos from only a few years' world fairs? And that too in such poor quality, even though the technology was so advanced. It all seems staged, to hide something bigger. For example, this walking sidewalk at the Paris World's Fair. It covered a large area of the fair, making it easier for visitors to access major sites. It looks as if old, leftover, or stolen technology is being displayed to impress people. And all these people look as if they're seeing it all for the first time. As if they've come from a different world to repopulate the Earth. As if the old world has undergone a major reset. If you pay attention to this sidewalk, you'll see that it operates on different platforms. The top platform moves the fastest. The one below it moves a little slower, and the lowest one is for normal walking. Since we had used all this before, we should have been far ahead in science today. We should have even had anti-gravity technology. And that's probably why, in recent times, so many NASA scientists have died under suspicious circumstances. Many of these scientists were studying anti-gravity. It seems there's some big secret that's been kept hidden from us for a long time. Otherwise, looking at all this, it seems that anti-gravity and interstellar travel should be possible today. And I don't just mean out of the solar system. Rather, out of this galaxy, into another galaxy or universe. But we're going backwards. Looking at the Tartarian Empire's strange equipment and gadgets, it's difficult to understand their purpose. And what is this? New York to the North Pole. Is this a secret route for quick travel? Or is there a direct route for airships from New York to the North Pole? There's also little information available about airships, even though more should be taught about them. Airships, old trains, old gadgets, old vehicles, these are all very detailed topics. Even writing an entire book on them would be insufficient. Speaking of the exhibition, the dome structure seen above is also designed to harness free energy. Harnessing free energy is so easy and so normal. These machines and gadgets shown here were used for very strange purposes, like old-fashioned GPS, anti-gravity, and video calling. But in video calling, instead of a screen, a person's energy form appears in front of you. It's as if you're connecting with another world. I'll make separate videos on these topics. Like, subscribe, share, and press the bell icon to explore all these topics.